All right, cool. So while you guys are getting warmed up with some more questions for us, what about we go through another question of one of our readers?
Yeah.
Would you like to read it?
Sure.
All right.
All right. So, Kajani Vidal asked, thanks for creating all your awesome videos. Definitely helps me a lot. This 21st, we're going to Tongariro and staying there for 3 days, 2 nights. In Taupo for another 3 days and 2 nights. We are doing the Tongariro Alpine Crossing and driving to another spot along the way between Wellington and Tongariro. But keen to hear from you guys where else we can drive and visit. Thank you so much.
It's actually a question that we get quite often. Like this road from Tongariro down to Wellington, it looks like there is very little right here, but in fact there is quite a lot. And it's something that you can either allocate a few days to kind of explore, or even just along the way. There is quite a few pit stops there. So, for example, there is the Army Museum there, actually, alongside the way. I actually just remember, it's not on the list, but I just remember that.
In Wairau.
In Wairau, there is the New Zealand Army Museum, which is kind of a smallish museum, but it's quite interesting. And we do have a video about it. You can see some tanks, you can see some displays from battle that New Zealand was part of, from World War I, World War II, and Gallipoli War, all those kind of things. So there is that. It's not on this.
Yeah, I just thought of another thing that wasn't on the list as well, which is the River Valley, which it's near the town of Taihape. And this is a really cool sort of adventure lodge. You can go there to do horse riding. You can go there to do whitewater rafting. There's a few short walks and stuff there to do as well. And if you actually have time on your drive, basically to spend a couple of days, like you drive, stay there overnight, and then continue your drive up to Tongariro, that would be a really cool place to go to as well.
And everything that we just mentioned right now, we actually have videos about it on these channels. Just check them out. So there is also the Te Awamutu wind farm, which is a cool pit stop. You can just go and check out a lot of windmills and see how New Zealand produces its amazing green energy.
Te Apiti.
Te Apiti. Sorry. Te Apiti wind farm. T-E and A-P-I-T-I. Te Apiti. Sorry about that.
Yeah. And that is actually near Manawatu Gorge, which again is another really cool place in itself. It's this beautiful river gorge which has quite a few walking trails around there. So if you want to it's a good pit stop to actually, stop your car, have a picnic at the picnic areas that are around there, and then actually go stretch your legs, walking through some really amazing forest and getting to a few really cool viewpoints where you can look at Manawatu Gorge. And there's also a really cool Maori sculpture up there as well. There's this big sort of steel sculpture of a Maori warrior. So that's a really cool thing to check out too.
There is also a town not too far from there. What's this big town? A city even?
Yeah, so Palmerston North is nearby as well. So if you need to pick up supplies or anything, or they have quite a cool sort of central park there as well. Quite a lot of nice eateries. So if you're looking for a lunch stop, that's a really cool place to go too.
And they also have a rugby museum. New Zealand is world famous for all its rugby and its passion for rugby. So definitely worth checking out this museum. It's run by absolutely passionate people. It's quite amazing. And same thing, we have videos about everything we're talking about right here. Then there is also the Tui Brewery, where they make the Tui beer, which is iconic here in New Zealand. We don't recommend that as a pit stop when driving along, just because it's alcohol, but it's definitely worth checking out if you can. And just even if you don't do the visit, take a picture of the building. It's really iconic. Well, this is along the way, a very famous beach, isn't it?
Yes, so you can go to Foxton Beach, which is probably most famous for its windsurfing and its windboarding. So over there is a company called Wind Warriors, if I remember the name right. They're really cool. So if you want to try something quite unique, a kind of really cool sport to try out, they give you lessons on how to do kiteboarding or kite surfing if it's a warmer day and you want to actually get in the water. And so they can basically teach you how to do it in about half an hour, and then you're off down this really long beach doing some kiteboarding, which is really awesome. We also have a video about that as well. So
in which I actually smashed my face pretty beautifully when doing windland surfing, whatever. So definitely worth checking out this video if you want to, see me smash my face on the ground. Face plant. All right, and then keep on going down as well. There is a really cool area to explore with a beautiful lighthouse. There is a seal colony. It's a bit of a detour. There is also some pinnacles. There's a bit of a detour, but it's definitely worth exploring.
Yeah, so this whole region that Robin's talking about is called the Wairarapa. So what you can do from Wellington is there is a little bit of a you basically head east and go towards where there's the Cape Palliser lighthouse, there's the Tongariro pinnacles. Then you can head north where you can pass through vineyards and this amazing wine region, maybe stop for a bit of wine tasting along the way, maybe for the passenger, not the one driving. And
we keep on suggesting road trip and alcohol together.
There seems to be a lot of alcohol-related activities in New Zealand, so it doesn't always couple well with road tripping. But, if you're a proper wine connoisseur, then, you don't swallow the wine, obviously. You don't drink it, you spit it out. Anyway, so after you've done a bit of wine tasting, you can then actually cross back to the right side of the mountains where you want to be, over Manawatu Gorge, which I was just talking about like a couple of points before this one, and there you can do all your pit stop for your walks and stuff like that, and then pass through Palmerston North and then head north.
Here you go. So that's all the places that we suggest you stop along the way between Tongariro all the way down to Wellington. What?
Oh, it's just you missed the most important one out.
Which one?
Turangi.
That's where the Tongariro is. So you're going to be probably based there. There's a lot of really awesome walks to do around. And you got some amazing views on Lake Taupo.
Whitewater rafting as well. If you want to do whitewater rafting on the Tongariro River, that is also an option, which is pretty cool.
All right, so that's all the places that we think you should stop at between Tongariro all the way down to Wellington. There is plenty to do here, and a lot of people kind of drive a little too fast. So here you go, explore this one. And if you do find that useful, make sure to like this video, because it's a good way to say thank you for all the hard work. Plus, it's free for you and it helps us, so yay. And also subscribe if you're new here. All right, let's go back to live chat.